Mike Tkachishin, welcome. You are a project manager for a company that does roofing, right?
Correct.
So you're mainly focused on residential, meaning remodels, and some commercial projects.
We do commercial, but not that often.
And how long have you been in the business for?
About eight years.
You started from an installer for roofs, and now you're a project manager.
When I just came to Canada, I was on a study visa. I was looking for the job because I have to just, have money to be there. Just make some friends. And those friends, they work for a roofing company. He talked to Steve. I didn't know English at all. So I know yes, I always say yes. The first time when we met with Steve, for some reason, he really liked me. I just became like a helper.
Was it winter, summer? What season did you start?
So usually you have between 6 and 7 months. So it's going to be from April to in the middle of October.
Is it because snow, moisture? Is that the reason?
Because the snow just build up to 4 feet. And usually, even if you just clean up the roof itself, it's icy.
You moved to America.
Yeah, after 6 years almost work.
When you came to America, did you start looking for project management positions, or did you look just for labor work as well?
So when I just moved to United States, I already got an offer. So I was like a lead man. After 7-8 months, just asked for the different position, and I just got promoted to superintendent.
Where I would like to start, give me a structure from all the way down. People in construction, specifically in roofing industry. If someone wants to get into the roofing industry as a helper from first day, what's the average income they can expect?
I would say it's between $20-$25 per hour. This is for helper only, if you know a little bit. So you can just get a pay up to $30 per hour. Like a lead man, or you're already in this industry for a couple years, so you know how to install the shingle, you know how to install the metal, tile, some different type of the roof. You can just get a pay $40 per hour, but it depends.
Okay. Do you need any certifications, documents? How does it work based on the companies that you worked with?
So usually you got a test period, 1 week or so, and then we're gonna just see how you work.
Do they look at your knowledge or your team skills? What is it? Or speed?
For us, a company, it's really important to see your team skill, because we are like a family, and we would like you to be part of our family.
How difficult is your position currently, operating projects? Because how I'm understanding, we're in the flooring industry, there's an issue with flooring. The worst thing that can happen, that I can imagine, is when we install baseboards, we can shoot a pipe and it can burst and flood upstairs, downstairs. That's the worst thing I can imagine. When I think about roofing, I'm thinking rain, I'm thinking sun exposure. How challenging is your job as a project manager to oversee and prevent issues from happening?
My goal to not find excuses, but just find solutions for every single project. And this being said, for example, we just sent our subs to East Bay, and the plumbing guy, he did a really poor job. Water line was close, it was touching the deck. It's really touching the plywood on the roof.
Wow.
So our guys just shoot the line. After 30 minutes, of course, all the ceiling, all the insulation was wet, and the customer, she was doing something on the kitchen. So at the time when the ceiling was collapsed, just hurt her. Personally, me plus my CEO and my operation manager, we just get there almost immediately. The one thing that's not our problem, that plumbing issue, but we just hit the pipe, and we are the last person on the roof. We just give a bunch of discount, and we just pay for remodeling, floor, cabinets, wall, end of the day.
So how much money did you guys lose on that project?
Around 12.5.
Yeah, it's a learning curve at that point. It's more of how do you deal with the customer to still have them trust you at the end, right?
And that's what happened pretty much. We just finished the project, we just take care of the customer, everything gets good.
Do you feel like marriage influenced your striving or your process to grow in the business and personal growth?
It's pushed me to work harder.
Yeah.
because now I have my wife. So I will do my best to provide every single day.
But is that like the ultimate motivation that should strive is to help others? Or should it be a little bit more selfish? What do you think about motivation specifically?
What motivate me, my wife, and see her happy like every single day. And I would say, of course, that my action make her happy, but to make me happy, I have to be stable and make money to be provider in my family. So this being said, I try to see the opportunity at work, beside the work, how I can just kind of improve myself and just not only make money, but to get the more knowledge of some other things, to be more confident. Just do my best. Just give it like 110, 150% every day.
Cool. Thank you. So we stopped at being the lead installer around $40 an hour. What's next? What other growth can you have in the roofing industry?
So there's kind of a couple options that you have. The first option, you can just try to open your company, be subcontractor for the contractors like our company. And you'll make really good money, but you have to find the good people who are going to just do the job, because be a subcontractor, you have to be responsible for your job. If anything happen, leaks, some shingles just lose, some other things, you don't just come back for free. So you already got to pay for the job, and now you're responsible. So you're stick with this job like for the next like 20 years, because you have the workmanship, 20 years.
Let's just say you hire a new contractor, first year working with you. Obviously, you don't trust them too much. You give him one project, test it, second project, and then if they're good guys, you'll start giving them more work. But how much do you think they can make first year?
Let's do that roughly. The one roof, let's do basic like 20 squares, between 3 and 4K. Just one roof to install.
Yeah, and it's gonna take what, 3 days, yeah?
Yeah, turn off and install. Yeah.
And how many guys would you need for that?
Like 2-3 guys.
Can they still scale? Would you give them more projects if they have like 3-4 teams?
Yeah, I mean, if they're good guys, they're, they just show up in time, they just take care of our customers. Yeah, of course. I mean,
first year, you're looking at that contractor with his crew to make between $250,000 to $300,000.
yeah, that's more realistically. Yeah, just
Okay.
from the one company. Because
Yeah.
you're a subcontractor, you have to have the different companies, so just give it a work.
Makes sense. And then if one company gives you let's just say $200,000, next one gives you $200,000, and then
But
put
you have to
together-
have the bigger crew for that.
Yeah. Next level would be a project manager, right? You said, or a area manager. What would it be?
You're gonna start like a superintendent, so they're gonna just test you out for at least like a half a year, 1 year. And if there's gonna be opportunity just to be a project manager, of course, if the company gonna be just growing up, yeah, of course they can just promote it, be like a project manager.
And how much do you think that position would pay on average?
It depends on the company again. But the project manager position in California start with 72 and up to 105.
Okay.
So this is kind of the average. It depends on your experience, where you're at, and how good the company doing.
Like, where can you make more money? Maybe sales? Do you think sales make more money?
Like a project manager, we have the opportunity to do the upsell. So an upsell, you can just make money there as well. And usually the upsells, you'll get like, I would say around 5% from the upsell. And next position, it could be the operation manager. So project manager, operation manager, that's the next position. And the operation manager, as far as I know, it starts at 90K and go to 120, 130.
You guys started your company from scratch. So 8 years ago, this company did not exist. And it's a pretty competitive market because, roofs, everybody needs roofs.
Yeah.
Do you think it was worth you guys breaking through this barrier, breaking the wall, and establishing another company?
I guess it depends on your final goal. What you would like to see. Of course, now in this market, it's really hard, like a bigger company, to have more clients because there's a lot of cheap guys. Sometimes like we're just a little bit over like a couple K. Now the sales team, they have to just kind of explain to the customer or be more proactive. The thing that people just want to buy from another people. So if they just like you, they're just going to go with you. And for example, we have one project going on right now. It starts like repair. As far as I remember, it was like 3,500 repair. And we just finish like a full replacement, almost like 60K. Because customer, she likes our salesperson. He was really good on explaining the things, how it's gonna happen, like every single step. And then as soon as the contract is signed, I just take over. So I just do my job as well.
Yes, to deliver the
Yeah,
promises.
to deliver, yeah.
Okay, $60,000. How much profit would the company make?
To keep the company alive, our goal, like 33% minimum.
That includes all the operations cost, which is sales commissions, project manager salary. So of course you need a profit margin.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, we usually start about like 40%, and
But
then
then
we
it
can just
goes
let
down
go down.
sometimes.
Yeah. And if the customer, he is happy, just tell to his neighbor, hey, that's a good guys. Let's just, make a business with them.
Flooring doesn't work this way, but I just thought about it. If there's a community of houses, if one house needs a roof replacement because it's a 30-year-old roof, guess what? Everybody else in the neighborhood needs a roof
Yeah.
replacement about year
Yeah,
to
the same
2 years
time.
difference.
Yeah.
So it's like if they see you replacing it, then guess what? Neighbors drive home in and out every day, and the next time they need the roof, which they will, we know they will, is like, hey, who should I call? Well, my neighbor had that company. Maybe I should, get my roof done the same thing. So you just spread the message.
Finally have the program for our customer, and they just bring it in the new customer. We're gonna just give the money back.
How
Yeah.
much is that?
As far as I remember, there's up to like $500. Plus, we have some other programs as well. For example, for the winter time, if you're just getting the roof now, you'll get a 1,000 off.
If I'm a customer, how can I possibly get the best deal and the best contractor? What should I be looking for?
The first one, the presentation. For example, our customers, of course, they just get in the different bids. And sometimes just ask them, why you just go with us? And they just saying, because your presentation was official. Your salesperson just answering me all of my questions. What the customer, they have to just look into, just ask the questions. Start
Okay.
asking, and if they can't answer them, or you feel they're not honest with you, we can't just do the business with you.
So that's how they find the best contractor, because like you said, just ask questions. If they have answers, that means they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But how about best deal? And it doesn't mean necessarily cheap or like, sneaky stuff, cash stuff. I'm wondering just to make sure that they get the most value for the dollar that they spend.
How they can just get the best deal, you have to just ask the salesperson, hey, can you just give more discount, or what you can do? What about that material? Do you have the other options? Because, for example, a lot of contractors, they're just selling the top product. They have kind of the middle one, but they never just bring up to on the presentation.
And why do they not bring it in presentation?
Because they just try to make more money. They have more profit on the top product.
Okay.
Right. And again, just ask other contractors. Just get more bids. And
Okay.
even, for example, if you just like our company, you can say, hey guys, look, I just got a bid like 5K less from you. I really like you. Can you just match or just do closer to that? And I would say that that's going to be the break point.
And also, I really like you mentioned earlier, try to do your project when it's slower in the season. When you have less work, you're more open to give a better discount to a customer.
It's fair to say as well. So if you're busy, there is no point just to lower the price for us.
Yeah, because it's like, look, if I'm not going to sell you, I'm going to sell someone else.
Yeah.
Like, don't waste my time.
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
it's like winter, for example, for roofing winter is the slow season, right? When it's
Yeah.
raining, because it's not every day that you can work. A lot of customers don't want to touch the roof when it's raining.
To be honest, the busy season is August and September.
Yeah.
Because it's right before the rainy season.
Okay, and they know the rain's coming, so they have to...
yeah. Or the insurance just forcing them.
Oh, right. If it's too old, then they won't provide you
so
insurance.
how the insurance works, they just get a drone, just fly on a neighbor, then just send you a letter. Hey, your roof is old. You have to replace it.
And this is why I really like your business industry, is because literally there's so many factors that require you to fix the roof. A, it's leaks. B, it's the insurance company. If you have an HOA, you have to fix your roof, and you can't just put random stuff. You have to put what the HOA approved, right? So that's why I really like your job, is like you have unlimited amount of customers, because every 30 years it spins, and you don't have to wait 30 years for your customers to come back to you It's like every day there's a new 30-year period for each neighborhood because they were built individually as well, separately. It's super cool. Roofing is and I can't think of anything else that's like as good as roofing right now.
The reason why my employer just opened up the roofing company, because it's really quick, 3 days, and you have your money and you have the big profit margin then.
Is there a big liability factor, would you say?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, specifically in the winter time, when you just try to work between the rains, storms, and all that stuff, you have to tarp the roof. For example, we just turn off the roof today, and tomorrow it's rain. And if it's gonna leak, we have to just take care of the customer. And we always take care of our customers. We just, we have a leak on the ceiling, we're gonna just replace your ceiling. We're gonna just replace your insulation. If there is some other issue, we're gonna just take care of you, because we are responsible for your roof during the progress.
And that's what's really important, to go with a good company, because any random company can refuse, like, I'm not going to fix your, drywall on the ceiling. Like, okay, it leaked. And that's the difference between small companies and big companies. Big companies care about the reputation because that's how they get more work. Small companies is like, they can go out of business and no one's gonna really
I would say
care.
we just care about the customers.
How dangerous is the operations roofing? Yeah.
I mean, be a roofer, this is really danger. Every single day in danger because of the roof, because of the heights. Of course, there's kind of nail guns, power tools that we just use, and we have to know how to use them, right? If you're gonna talk about how the danger be a project manager, it's not danger kind of physical damage you can get it. It's more like mental damage you can get it. The next question, if you can just handle that.
Because you're constantly under stress.
All the time. And even if you just do your job, just the picky customers, you have to just answer the question, you have to just take care of the material, you have to just take care of the crew, you have to just take care of the scheduling, some other things, and you have to just keep everything at work. Then when you just come back to home, to your wife, you have to just kind of put on the side.
Mike, thank you. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate you sharing and being open with all the experience and opportunities for in this industry.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.